Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In December of 22, I started to build a new bedroom in my house. Therefore, the old staircase going from the ground floor to the basement had to move. It's a solid concrete stairways, and I will drop in the next few days several videos how I started the project and how it turned to today. Today I'm that far that I have the ceiling done in the new room, walking on the side walls. Still, the base stair or base step of the stairways has to be removed. Then I have to plaster all the walls, paint, and put the ground filler in to even the ground out. Then I should be done. I already posted some shorts in the days before about how I made the wiring in that room, how I built the shack around the room to put in the wires, drill the holes. There were some shorts I dropped. I hope I can do more detailed videos. I will drop more. All I built there till today, I actually only recorded with time lapse because I didn't intend. I intended as a YouTube project. I actually only wanted to keep record for myself. Now that I opened this YouTube channel and I'm trying to be serious here, I will record it in a different way starting from today. But still, this is the introduction video for the project I did so far. So as I said, it started as a staircase. I put a wooden floor in. I built an extra window in so that the bedroom has a window at the end. I removed the concrete staircase, which was the hardest job I did so far. Let's say the most time consuming. I also got a slip disc from it because I did it in some weird positions which was not good for my back. I will drop these videos from time to time now in the next few days. And the job I'm still continuing. I will now record it with full video, with full audio, so that I can explain you the steps which I'm taking at the moment. I hope you like these kind of videos. Let me know in the comments below if you like it, if you would like to see more like that. So the first part I wanted to show is actually a compilation of pictures, because the very first thing I had to do was give power supply to the ground floor, to the basement, sorry. And therefore I had to cut out some parts of the wall behind, getting some wires and building a switch cabinet downstairs. You can see this on the pictures. After that, I started with the insulation of the outside of the house, where I had to remove an old stone wall, also only in pictures sadly. There I broke the wall to install a new window, as the bedroom should have its own window to get some sunlight in. Then after that, put in wooden beams to make intermediate floor. On top of the beam I put OSB plates, that's pressed wood plates, and tiles on top. All of this is just in pictures, so I hope it's still interesting. At the end I will make a walkthrough how the ground floor looks like now. That's a video I made with my phone, and then the following videos after this will show what I did below that floor I already built. And yeah, I hope you like it, I hope you enjoy it, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye. This is my switch cabinet upstairs in my own part where I'm living. So I had to open it, mark all the wires inside, because before it was mixed. Some breakers were for upstairs, some for downstairs, and I wanted to combine all the upstairs together, the downstairs together, and separately of course the breakers in the basement. And here I started to break the wall in the basement to get the wires from upstairs down. Here you see I had to cut the gap out of the wall. It was a dry wall, so it was easy to do. The wires are in an empty pipe, and the wires to get the power from upstairs down to the switch cabinet. Yeah, everything is in. I started to fix it. I glued it a little bit to the wall, but Then I had to cut out the hole for the switch cabinet downstairs, installed the switch cabinet first, the back plate with the breakers. The breakers are already connected. I did the connection by myself. I do that at work as well, so it's actually my job, so I know what I'm doing. These are the power which is coming from upstairs. The gray wires are the one which are going back up to distribute the phases. Then I decided to make a wood plate to cover up the pipes or the wires, so I can actually later still access it. And yeah, I had to cut out a little bit bigger that the wood fits in. Made a frame first. The frame I fixed with glue and screws to the wall, so that I could use wood screws to fix the plate on top and remove it anytime I want. I made two plates on top of each other. The first one stops here, the second one goes down to the stairs, actually complete. I didn't like the finish, so I decided to actually plaster it up. I got some cement, mixed it with water, got some masking tape and paper to not spoil the wall around it. Then I plastered it up and let it dry. I think I did quite a good job. I don't really like plastering. It's not one of the jobs I enjoy. I know how to do it, but I don't like it, seriously. I let it dry up for like 3 hours, then I removed the masking paper and sandpapered it a little bit to make it smooth. I think it looked nice, and after I later painted over it, you can barely see it again. You will see it in the video. I plastered it downstairs as well. I didn't have to make it too neat because I knew I'm going to make a dry wall on top of it, and the dry wall will then be neat. You will see that in further videos. So this is the staircase, how it looked originally, with a small shelf my dad built like 40 years ago. Outside was a natural stone wall which my dad built as well. Sadly, there was no insulation, so I had to remove it. Gladly, my neighbor was able to borrow me the TE3000 from Hilti, a very strong machine, and the stones were down in no time. Yeah, I broke some holes into the bricks, but that doesn't matter. That is where I decided to make a window for the downstairs room, because every bedroom has to have its natural light. On top I put a reinforced beam in to hold the bricks on top. It was not really necessary because there's the concrete slab for the next floor anyway, so nothing would come down. But since I already went up there and I had this beam, so I decided to put it in. I put it in, braced it up and filled it up with concrete and let it dry. Then I broke out the remaining bricks from outside till half in to still have the continuity inside, and I started to insulate the outside. I glued the insulation there. I put some places some heavy weight in place just to keep it in place. I drilled through. You can see 4 holes here where I drilled through to know the place on the inside. Then first used the multi-tool, the GOP multi-tool from Bosch, to cut out the drywall, and then used my Hilti to start breaking out the bricks from the inside. You can see it went quite well around, and at the end I took those bricks out and it was open. I immediately cut the insulation out as well. That was a day later anyway, and the insulation was already fixed. I already had the net outside as well for plastering, and you can see on the left I already plastered and painted. I made the hole big enough to get in the window. The window I got from Hornbach, but it came without a frame, so I used some full wood to make the frame. I glued it together and screwed it together to make it long lasting. And yeah, that's how the window then looks. I used mounting foam to build it in then. The holes you see in the frame here is to hold the wooden frame to the window. Here it's already fixed in and insulated with foam. Then I braced it from the inside so it stays until the foam is completely dry, and put the insulation back on the outside just to keep the house warm, because yeah, it was already November and it was getting cold and I didn't want to spend too much money on heating. That is the next day. The window is in, everything is dried out, and I was able to remove the insulation. Then outside I fixed a metal for the weather and Later I plastered the whole outside. Then I went, 2 days later, went to buy the wood at Hornbach for the floor, which should close the staircase completely, that my flat is completely separated from the basement flat. Or my house is separated from the basement flat. Either way you want to see it. Here is the first bracket already on the wall. I used 180mm long 6mm bolts every 50 centimeters. On the left, on the right as well. Sorry for that. Here I had to remove some tiles to get the frame, on which you see on the right now, to the stairs, and the main beam is in as well. Then I installed the brackets. Sadly, I bought 8 left brackets instead of 4 left and 4 right. So I pre-drilled the holes, but had to go the next day to get the other brackets. Here you see the holes are already drilled, but I don't have enough brackets. Then after measuring everything, I realized that I'm a ½ inch off, so I had to replace this bracket, and then I could put the main beams and the mini beams in, and was done. I started to put the OSB pressed wood plate in place and closed up. But while closing up, I realized later I will not have chance to get to here anymore, so I broke out the tiles with my Hilti. It's a TE47, 30 years old, a very reliable machine. I would not change it in a bit. Then I use Spax, that's a German company, very good screws, best in woodworking in my opinion. Yeah, more wood in, that's the last plate I put in. I did a slight miscalculation, so the last 20 centimeters were open, or actually 16 centimeters, so I used some wood which I had lying around in my workshop to just close it up. You won't see it later anyway. From under I put in some insulation foam. Then here you see in green, that's step noise protection, and on top interlocking tiles, which I then at the end screwed down with an aluminium frame, front and back, to keep it in place and to make it look neat. And all this I then sealed off with some Sikaflex. This is how it looks at the end. That's the final product. On the left side I made 2 drawers, full size, 600 kilograms of capable of lifting or holding 600 kilograms, pulls out a full meter. One drawer, the first drawer is the small one, only 1 floor. The second one has 2 floors, so you can hold in things. My plan is to actually put in my shoes, which I don't use in the winter. They will be there in the winter, and in the summer the shoes from the winter will be there. The same with the clothes. I made a drive out cloth hanger, or slide out, so that I can hang my winter clothes in the summer and my summer clothes in the winter. I hope you like the way I described these videos. I know it went a little bit fast and I stumbled sometimes, but I don't want to do it again. I hope you accept it like this. For the next time I will learn. If you liked the video like this, let me know in the comments. If you don't like it, also tell me. And yeah, I hope you like it. I hope you come back for more and enjoy the video, enjoy other videos in my channel, and have a great day. Love you all, guys. Bye bye.